Welcome everyone to the Las Vegas Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button at any time on your screen to type questions to our presenters. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions that will be taking place, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website where you registered. And with that, I will turn it over to the University of Alabama.
Get my presentation going. Good evening, afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my house. This is actually very convenient and great to be home while I'm presenting to students all the way over in the Las Vegas area. My name is Derek Fossey. I'm a regional recruitment manager for the University of Alabama. I cover Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, and Utah. If you've got a phone that's enabled for QR, you can actually scan that code and get an out-of-state student publication pushed to your phone. Otherwise, you can email me at derek.bama@ua.edu and be happy to follow up. We've got 6 minutes, so let's move along. The University of Alabama has some of the highest out-of-state percentage of any school in the country. About 59% of our students are from outside of the state of Alabama, and it's not just the Southeast, as you can see on the map. In fact, we get more students from Nevada, Arizona, Utah region, that kind of Southwest, than we do from some places in the South, like Mississippi, Arkansas, or Kentucky. Overall, all 50 states are represented on campus, and of that total enrollment number, about 33,000 are undergraduates. So we have a very high percentage of undergraduate students ready to do that research that we offer on campus without waiting in line. Our application is open now. We are test optional, so all you need is the application itself, which doesn't include any essays or letters of recommendation, an official high school transcript, as well as a $40 fee. Students that are admitted prior to January 15 will get full scholarship consideration. That will come in handy a couple slides down the road when we talk a little bit about our out-of-state merit awards. Overall, we do offer 70 undergraduate degrees, which makes up about 200 programs of study. A lot of our degree programs will have minors or concentrations that allow students to get a little bit more in depth than just what's on the surface. Our most popular programs coming from Southern Nevada include engineering, business, and nursing. A lot of those programs are very hands-on. A lot of them are very internship focused. And the Princeton Review this year has us at number 2 in the country for internship placement. So we really make sure to get students invested in experiential education and make sure you're actually able to do what it is you came to school to study rather than just sit in a classroom and learn about it. We have 9 different academic colleges on campus, 7 different honors programs, and again, we do focus pretty heavily in undergraduate research, including several different undergraduate research programs that students can jump into as early as their freshman year. This is just a clip from our student book for out-of-state students. So if you do want to see this a little bit more up close, feel free to reach out to me at that email address, and I'm happy to provide the link. I mentioned our honors college briefly. We have 7 different honors programs that range from an automatic acceptance, as long as you meet the requirements, to some pretty competitive programs that only allow between 25 and 40 students in them. We also have some accelerated programs, so you can work on a dual degree, which would be your bachelor's degree and your master's degree at the same time. Our honors college is what attracts quite a few of our out-of-state students, primarily because of the smaller class size, the residential communities that are specific to honors students on our campus, advisors that are separate from your major advisor, and again, a focus on undergraduate research, as well as honors-specific study abroad opportunities. For the most part, our honors college students are also going to fall within one of the brackets for our scholarships. I did mention we are test optional. We still hung on to some of the scholarships that we are well known for, our automatic merit awards that do require a test if you were lucky enough to take it this last year. We also have new scholarship criteria that does not take into account ACT or SAT at all on the next slide. These tests These scholarships are automatic, so if you qualify, you meet some of the criteria, then you're automatically awarded anywhere from $6,000 with that 27 and a 3.0, or a 25 and a 3.5, all the way up to $28,000 with a 32 and above and that 3.5 or higher. Again, if you meet the criteria, you're automatically awarded those scholarships. We've also unleashed some test blind scholarships this year that don't look at an ACT or SAT, even if you've submitted it. If you have the core GPA that's listed at the top, we encourage you to submit the scholarship application in order to be eligible for anywhere from $6,000 up to $28,000. Just for reference, our out-of-state tuition is about $30,000. So some of these top scholarships are going to be pushing nearly the entire value of out-of-state tuition. And we do have additional scholarships located at scholarships.ua.edu. As on top of that, there are national merit and national recognition scholarships, honor-specific scholarships, as well as departmental and alumni chapter scholarships. We have a Las Vegas alumni chapter scholarship, for example, that is specific to students from Clark County. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention some of our athletics. We do have pretty okay sports on campus. We're pretty well known for football, but some of my favorites include softball, which has the NCAA record for season attendance, as well as gymnastics, which made the championships for the NCAA 35 years in a row. One of the huge benefits to our student body is that outside of football, game attendance is free for students. All you gotta do is show your student ID and you're in, as long as there's tickets available. Even though you pay for football, it is just about $10 to $20 per game. So you still see some pretty high quality football for a very low cost, even cheaper than what I would pay with my staff and faculty discount. Again, if you do have any questions, my information is there. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for spending your evening with myself and some other great colleges, and roll tide.
Thank you so much. Our next college is Pepperdine University.
There we go.
Sorry, Lexi, can you unmute yourself again?
All right, there we go. Not sure what's going on here, but hello everyone. My name is Lexi. I am an admission counselor here at Pepperdine, and I'm super excited to get to represent the state of Nevada. I'm also a recent graduate of Pepperdine, and so I'm always excited to share some information about my alma mater, especially with prospective students. Now, before I get started, I want to talk about our amazing location. So Pepperdine is located in Malibu, California, which is a Southern California city. We're about 30 minutes from the iconic Santa Monica Pier, and about 40 minutes, depending on LA traffic, into downtown LA. And so that's a really great resource for our students, not only to engage with the resources that LA offers, but also for them to spend some time when they're not really digging into our classroom. But let's talk about who Pepperdine is. Before I do that, I always like to start with our mission statement. So at Pepperdine, we affirm that we're a Christian university committed to the highest standards of academic excellence and Christian values, where students are strengthened for lives of purpose, service, and leadership. Now, Pepperdine is a small liberal arts Christian college, and so today I'm going to just quickly give you some of those facts and expand on them just a bit. Now, I mentioned that we are small in liberal arts, so let's talk a little bit about that. We have about 3,400 students on our undergraduate campus, and that gives us an average class size of 19 students with a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And that's really important because our faculty members really value mentorship, and often those are the first places that our students are really gaining that professional network. Now, in terms of academic excellence, at Pepperdine, we have 44 majors and 41 minors. Our 5 most popular majors are business administration, psychology, biology, economics, and sports medicine. But we don't just want to train fantastic biologists and psychologists. And that's why we offer our students a liberal arts education. So you won't just be taking those major courses, you'll also be taking a number of others that will help you strengthen your critical thinking skills, your public speaking skills, as well as really prepare you to make those tough decisions once you get to your profession of choice. Now, we're also a Christian university, and so before I briefly touch on the requirements that entails, I want to assure you all that at Pepperdine, we're not only accepting Christian students, we really do want a diverse and thought-provoking classroom environment. So all that we ask is that our students are ready and willing to take those religious and faith-based conversations and really engage with our students on campus. Now, we do require our students complete 3 religion courses, 2 that will take you through the Old Testament and New Testament, and then that last Religion 301 course will cover a broad variety of themes, but really the overarching goal is to talk about Christianity in the context of our world. Now, we also ask our students to complete a convocation series, and convocation is essentially an hour devoted to your spiritual journey. So whether that looks like Surf Convo, which is what you're seeing here on the screen, or maybe a one-on-one mentorship with a professor, or even a small group Bible study. All of those options are available for our students. Now, I also want to talk about how we review our applications. So at Pepperdine, we take a holistic approach to reviewing applications. We want to know who you all are inside of the classroom, but also outside of the classroom. And so in terms of that academic portion of review, we're going to look at your transcripts to see where those trends are, to see how you've challenged yourself. We will see your GPA, and specifically we're looking at a recalculated and unweighted GPA. And then this year we are test optional. So if you have those test scores, you can send them to us, but we are operating as normal. So if you don't have any test scores, you'll still have the same consideration for scholarship as well as admission. Now, besides our academic factors, we're also looking for non-academic factors like your extracurriculars, your essays, your academic letter of recommendation, and this year we're offering interviews. Now, I want to leave you all with some important dates. Let's see. So for this year, our early action deadline is November 1st, and you'll hear back from us on or before January 10th. But that date is quickly approaching, and so our regular decision deadline is January 15th, and you'll hear back from us on or before April 1st. And both of those application deadlines have an enrollment deadline of May 1st, of course. But I also want to talk about the financial assistance that we offer at Pepperdine. Now, this is the direct cost of attendance, so a little over $74,000 per year. But I know that's a big number, and it's not possible for most families. So I want to talk about another big number, and that is 92% of our undergraduate students receive some form of financial assistance. And we know that our fall 2018 admitted student class was offered more than $81 million in grants and scholarships from Pepperdine. Now, I know that there hasn't been, a lot of time for me to go over the amazing school and programs that we offer, but I do encourage all of you to spend some time. We offer virtual application workshops every Tuesday and Thursday, and so you can go through these application details a little bit more with our admission counselors and gain some tips in terms of your own application as well. But thank you all so much. I hope that you enjoy the rest of our sessions.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Corinne Schell. I am Director of West Coast Admission at Marist College, which is located in Poughkeepsie, New York, approximately 1.5 hours north of New York City. We are located right on the Hudson River, and our students do take advantage of internship opportunities down in New York. So this is a shot of our campus from the Hudson River. And I call it the Academic Country Club. It's an absolutely stunning campus, as you can see by the picture here, with very strong academics, but we also have a wonderful student body who participates in everything from Division I sports to clubs and organizations. So we're actually considered a residential campus. Students are not running home on the weekends. And I know that my students from the West Coast are always concerned about that if they end up going away, because they don't want to be somewhere that they absolutely love and just kind of sitting by themselves on the weekend. So my next slide is actually a little video I'd like to share with you about Marist.
Welcome to Marist College, a liberal arts college bridging the traditions of the past with the tools of the future. Drawing inspiration from the historical, cultural, and artistic heritage of the Hudson River Valley, and supported by a unique partnership with its neighbor, IBM, Marist College holds fast to the timeless values of its rich heritage, while embracing advanced technology in the service of education. A century ago, the Marist brothers came to the Hudson River Valley to train young men to continue the brothers' vocation as great educators. The Marist Order was founded on the principles of higher human values, dedication to service, and excellence in education. Today, Marist is a private, independent college, but the ideals instilled by the Marist brothers nearly a century ago remain a central part of the college's mission. Student clubs are required to provide community services, and the college continues to emphasize the role of helping others as an integral part of the liberal arts experience. The Marist faculty challenges students to examine the ethical implications of the issues they analyze and encourage them to explore ways in which academic excellence may be enhanced by information and communications technology. Recognized among an elite group of colleges that promote leadership and character development, and with a national reputation for excellence in the use of technology in the classroom, Marist College produces graduates who are ethically aware, culturally connected, and technologically prepared for immediate and long-term success in the rapidly changing environment of the 21st century.
So it kind of gives you a little bit of an overview. Our mascot is the red fox, so here are some of our fox facts. We are a little over 5,100 undergraduate students. We offer over 40 different majors for our students. We are a private four-year liberal arts school, so to come in as an undecided student is not a problem. You really have up until the second semester of your sophomore year to make the determination what you would like to study. We are represented in our student body by 47 states, 64 countries. Our student-to-teacher ratio is approximately 16:1. And one great note here, 98% of our students that graduate within 6 months have a job or are in grad school. The max class size you will ever have is 35. Once you get more into your particular field of study, you'll have everything from 5 up to 35 students. No teaching assistant, no lecture halls, all taught by faculty, and more visual type of learning. Here's a listing of the different majors that we offer. Some of our very popular majors are business administration. With finance, we actually have an active investment center on campus, so our students are trading on Wall Street with real money Monday through Friday. Fashion design, fashion merchandising, studying in Paris, London, or at our campus in Florence, Italy. Internships, Salvatore Ferragamo, Gucci, Prada, Scotta, Kate Spade, Michael Kors. The great thing about our fashion program is not only you're getting a degree in fashion merchandising and design, but you're getting a strong liberal arts education as well. Some of our other ones are criminal justice. Our computer science is incredibly popular. 90% of those students have jobs before they even enter their senior year. Internships are tremendous. Every one of our majors has an internship coordinator that works with you to help place you in internships, whether it's 0 credits up through 9. My daughter did three internships while she was at Marist, graduated, and in 2 months had a job in advertising. So really, really key to a student's success. And then we do offer study abroad. More than half of our students will study abroad at some point to well over 80 different destinations around the world. We have semester program, full year programs, 2 short term, and we also have a campus in Florence, Italy, so our students will take advantage of school over there. Fully furnished apartments and dorms, all classes taught in English, and then we are Division I, We have 23 varsity sports, 12 women, 11 men, 16 club sports, everything from cheerleading, equestrian, men's and women's rugby, ice hockey, and a very strong intramural program. We also have a great learning support program. The woman who started our program back in the 70s started the SALT program in Arizona. I will put my contact information for you in the chat box. So if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. And now I'm going to send it over to my colleague who will now start their portion.
Thank you. Our next university is University of Montana Western.
All right, let me share my screen here. No, it's not. Let me get the right share screen up. Let me try this again. So my name is Matt Allen. I am the Director of Admissions at the University of Montana Western, which is located in Dillon, Montana. We're a small public university in southwestern Montana. This is a map of Montana so you can see where we're located. So like I said, we're located in Dillon. Our student population is about 1,200 to 1,300 students. So we're in a beautiful location. We're in the Beaverhead Valley. We're surrounded by 7 different mountain ranges. We have basically endless outdoor opportunities right at your fingers. We're minutes away from hunting, fishing, camping, hiking, skiing, snowboarding, things like that. So like I say, literally minutes from your front door, and a lot of opportunities there for you. So the biggest difference about Montana Western versus other institutions, not only in the state of Montana, but nationally, is how we teach our courses. We're the only public institution in the country that operates on a block scheduling model called Experience One, or X1. And basically how it works is, instead of a normal semester-based system that you see a lot of institutions where you take multiple classes all together at the same time, what we do is we break our semesters into 4 3.5-week blocks. And then what students do for 3.5 weeks is they take one course at a time. The reason why we do this is that we want to eliminate lecture style courses and focus on experiential education. So we want students actually doing the things in class that they're going to be doing for a profession. So if you're an education major, you're in classrooms teaching lesson plans that you've designed. If it's environmental sciences, you're going to Yellowstone National Park and you're actually doing research. Our goal is that we want students to graduate with 2 to 3 years of experience in their fields of study. So whether it's a job, whether it's their graduate school program, when they take that step to actually apply, they're doing so with 2 to 3 years of experience in their fields of study. The nice thing about the block program is each one of our block classes is worth 4 academic credits. So students, just by taking part in a block program, they're going to be taking at least 16 credits a semester, which makes it really nice for students when they are, making sure that they're staying on track to graduate in that 4-year time period. This just kind of shows you versus a traditional semester-based system where you're taking multiple classes all together at the same time, typically with a little bit more emphasis on the lecture side of things. And like I say, maybe having less time in each class. So some of the advantages of the block system, it truly simplifies your schedule. So what's nice is you're truly taking one subject at a time. So students at Montana Western never go home at night going, oh, I have to do my history homework, I have to do my math homework, I have to do my English homework, because all they have is homework in one area. All they have to do is focus on that one subject. They're not taking multiple courses at the same time. They're learning from one professor at a time. They're not having to learn several different teaching strategies or how professors like to submit homework. They're just communicating with that one professor. Our average class size is 15 students. We actually cap our courses at 25. So the nice thing at Montana Western is you're not going to be in a classroom with multiple students. You're not going to be in a lecture hall with 50+ students. A lot of individualized attention. We have no TAs and no graduate assistants, and our professors teach one course at a time. So if you have a question after class, you're able to connect with your professor, and you're not having to have, worry about them having another class that they have to run to in 15 minutes. Finals week is also really nice since you're taking your courses one at a time. You're not having 3 finals and 4 projects all due at the same time. When you go into finals week, you're just focusing on that one course, that one final, that one subject area. So it makes it, like I say, a lot more manageable for our students. This is a list of our majors and minors that we offer at Montana Western. So being a smaller institution, we try and have a wide array of programs. Most popular, education. We can do several different things in education that range from early childhood education, elementary, secondary, special education, business. We have a lot of unique business minors that you can pick up, like farm and ranch operation and fish and wildlife guide enterprise if you're looking to start your own guide company. Also, we have environmental sciences and biology. Our environmental science majors are really sought after because they graduate with portfolios that rival a lot of graduate level programs. And we do a great job of prepping students for medical school, vet school, because of the experience students get in their block classes. But we can do unique things too. I mean, we have a glass program that specializes in scientific and artistic glass. We have the nation's only 4-year accredited program in natural horsemanship. We can do history, philosophy, social sciences, art, music, and drama. So a lot of different areas that you can focus on degree-wise. Cost of attendance is another really big advantage of Montana Western. We are the most affordable school in Montana, 4-year school. We take pride in that. Out-of-state tuition is right around $16,000 for the academic year. But the nice thing is that we do offer the WUI scholarship. So any student that's coming from high school to Montana Western that has a cumulative GPA of 3.0 or higher will automatically receive WUI. They don't even need to apply for it. It's automatically awarded. And with WUI tuition, you're paying 150% of in-state tuition, which drops your yearly tuition to less than $6,800 for the year. On top of that, we do financial aid. So we do the FAFSA program and we do university scholarships that can help bring that cost down even farther. So we also have a great campus life. We have clubs, we have intramural sports, athletics, club sports. So a lot of things that you can also do on campus to get involved and really kind of, kind of find your niche at Montana Western. So we are NAIA, so we do have athletics. And so if you're looking to be a student athlete or just go to school with competitive athletic programs, we have those as well. This is my contact information. So if you do have any questions, definitely let me know. I'm here to help you through the process, and thanks for letting me present.
Thank you so much. Our next institution is Rocky Mountain College.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Sean Coleman, Director of Admissions here at Rocky Mountain College in Billings, Montana. Appreciate you folks taking a little time on your day to join us here to learn a little bit more about the colleges here. Rocky Mountain College is the oldest institution in the state of Montana, founded in 1878. So we actually predate the state of Montana for any of you history buffs out there. So a lot of history, a lot of background here at the college. We are a private, small liberal arts school here in Billings, only about 1,000 students from about 48 different states around the country, about 20 different countries as well. We are affiliated with 3 different religions, so United Church of Christ, Methodist, and Presbyterian, so students can be as involved as they'd like while they're here at the college. Like I said, we are in Billings, Montana. It's the largest city here in Montana, so about 135,000, 140,000 people in the surrounding area. So you have all the big feels, if you will, of being in a large city, but the small town family experience, which is something you can really enjoy while you're here. You have everything you would need in a large city, but in a small scale. Rocky Mountain College, we're consistently voted top 10 best value here in the state, in this region. So we constantly give you the most bang for your buck while you're attending college. Average student faculty ratio is 11-to-1. So students are able to find their professors, are able to get involved and have great relationships with those professors because we don't have any TAs. So you're very, very easily able to find them. All, if not 88% of our students do complete internships. So there's actually 2 majors that do not require internship. That's for our aviation program, where students are flying 3 days a week in our own planes here at the airport at Billings International, and our education program, where students are actually in the classroom starting their sophomore year, where they're actually interacting with the classrooms and learning how to teach kind of one-on-one hands-on experience. We do offer about $24,000 in financial aid every year, so students are able to, again, make this an affordable option as they're looking around for colleges. We do offer over 50 different majors in 24 fields, so students are able to find a variety of things that will interest them. Undecided is one of our most commonly chosen, if you will, majors. As previously mentioned before, students do not have to pick a major until their junior year. So you can go 2 years kind of exploring, uncovering those rocks of things that you might be interested in and still find something, whether it be down the medical field, like I said, our aviation program, equestrian, or even, environmental science or studies. So definitely a lot of opportunities for students to get involved and find something that interests them. While students are here on campus, they will be involved not only in the classroom, but also outside of the classroom. Again, because we're in Billings, you're able to get involved not only in the community, but also outside of the community, actually putting what you've learned to work outside of the classroom, which makes it really nice. Rocky Mount College does have 17 varsity sports. So we participate in the Frontier and the Cascade Conference in the NAIA division. So we participate against other schools that are similar in size to us, which allows us to, again, have good competition between schools. Every year we're nationally ranked in almost all of our sports, and we consistently are nationally ranked in our ski team. They're consistently, like I said, nationally ranked. Here's a quick look at our cost here. So these are real numbers for this past year. So tuition this year was just a smidge over 30,000, which covers anything from 12 to 19 credits. So students are able to get single minors or double majors, double minors, with all paying the same amount, which makes it really nice. So they don't have to pay additional amounts or fees, without able to get more bang for their buck. There is the estimated cost here, our room and board, room and meal plan. These are our most expensive options. So anything that you see from Rocky Mount College always errs on the side of the most expensive options, so that when you do get your financial aid award package, it will be much less than that or no more higher than what we've quoted you. So all in around a little under 40,000. I want to mention that our fees there are somewhat all inclusive. So there is no parking fees. There are no laundry fees for the residence halls here on campus. That meal plan will get you all exclusive access into the cafeteria 7 days a week. So once you pay that amount, you're covered for the entire year. We do offer additional scholarships. So we have special talent, or i.e. Athletic scholarships, aviation specific scholarships that come into play starting after your freshman year, so your sophomore year, e-sport music scholarships with an audition or a tryout. You can participate for those. This will be the first full year that we're offering a unique scholarship, which is our Promise Scholarship. So this is in addition to what you see here, the first year merit scholarships, the RMC merit from $9,000 all to $17,000. I want to make note that we are test optional this year, as seems to be a common theme. So you do not have to submit an ACT or an SAT score in order to be considered for admission. All we need is your high school transcripts with at least your junior year completed on the transcripts. Those merit scholarships are renewable each year. So all you have to do is accept them. You don't have to reapply for them each year, which is pretty nice. You can count on that every year. Like I said, this is the first year that we're offering the RMC Promise Scholarship. So this scholarship covers the remaining cost of attendance if you choose to accept all of your student aid. If you choose not to accept, say, your student loans, then it leaves a remaining balance for your tuition of $2,500 for the year. It's a really nice scholarship. In order to qualify for it, you just need to have a 3.4 or better, and you must be Pell eligible, and it does apply to all of our programs, including our aviation program. So that and our equine program tend to be left out of some of the things because they're specialty programs, and they sometimes accrue extra costs, which are not covered by financial aid. Here's just a quick timeline. If you haven't already, I recommend applying. Our application right now is free on our website. It's probably one of the simplest applications you'll find. It'll take you all about 15 or 20 minutes to complete it. Once you do submit that, you send us in a copy of your high school transcripts. We can get your decision in as little as 2 weeks. We don't have any decision or application deadline, so we work on a rolling admission to allow students to make that decision and apply when they're ready. So we don't put any rush on that decision because it is a big one. We want you guys to take that time to do that. Complete the FAFSA. So that opened up October 1. So I recommend, if you haven't already, to go ahead and sit down with your family, complete that FAFSA, and send it over to Rocky Mount College. and any other school that you've been accepted to or you're considering applying or attending. Then in the fall, we do offer students, or excuse me, in the spring, we offer students to come actually on campus or on the phone and actually register for classes starting in April. So there's a quick timeline. Classes start in August, and we'd be happy to have you guys here at Rocky Mountain College. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you so much. And our final presenter today will be Montana State University.
Okay, everybody, thanks for joining us tonight. My name's Max. I'm one of our admissions counselors here at Montana State. And with that, we can jump in, kind of start talking a little bit about who we are and what we do. So a little bit of background for you. We are located in Bozeman, Montana, which, if you are not familiar with Montana, is in southwest Montana. Several hours, of course, from the Nevada area that we're looking at here in Las Vegas, but still kind of regional in the west, which I think is a nice balance for students looking for that out-of-state experience. But maybe a little bit closer than home. Great thing about Bozeman, very much an outdoors community. We are the quintessential American college town with lots of student supports and events, but we are also surrounded by outdoor adventure. So if you like to ski, snowboard, hike, bike, fish, raft, float, or maybe you don't do any of those things, but you want to learn how to, there's lots of really good options for that here at MSU. You will also find lots of great connections to different things around us. We are the largest airport in the state of Montana, which means we're very easy to get to and from if you're flying in from Vegas or making connecting flights from elsewhere, which I think is pretty cool. So very much a college town vibe for our students here on campus. Now, talking a little bit about the university itself, we are one of Montana's public universities. We are the largest at this point, 16,249 students as of this fall, which is a big school for Montana, but comfortably a medium-sized campus for pretty much anywhere else. I think the great thing here is students get those perks and experiences from both larger and smaller types of universities. You get all the big opportunities like Division I athletics and the Big Sky Conference, big club and activity group lists, guest speakers, theater performances, music festivals, all this sort of really great stuff on campus. But you also get a community that feels comfortable and familiar that you get connected to. And I think a big part of what drives that is the fact that so many of our students are from out of state. At this point, about half of the incoming freshman class each year is not from Montana, and they're coming from considerably farther away. So even though it is a bit of a jump for our students coming from an area like Las Vegas or other parts of the country, know that you're in good company as far as that student experience goes. Again, half the students coming from out of state, good mix as far as different things to do on campus. Now, talking a little bit about the academic side of things, I think you see a lot of the same perks or balance, if you will. We have over 250 different options that students can look at currently, and they're split into 8 major colleges. Those fields include agriculture, arts and architecture, business, engineering. We also have health and STEM and humanities options, which I think is important to know. We're not just a campus that focuses on one type of field. We've got a pretty diverse offering slate. And the big thing that helps us stand apart, not only in Montana, but regionally, is we're classified as a top-tier research school. And what that really boils down to for you as a student is hands-on experiences inside and outside the classroom, right? So instead of having you sit in a lecture hall and just get talked at, we're going to get you out there and getting your hands dirty with what we're teaching you. Now, that could be a chemistry lab. That's what I immediately thought of. That could also be a film studio or an architecture design studio, or in this case, a concrete sciences lab. So it takes a lot of different forms, but you get those hands-on experiences and you get them early. You get them starting day one. We also have some challenging academic opportunities available for students, things like the Honors College, which gives students more of that smaller school experience with the academic rigor that comes along with it if they're looking for that extra challenge. Now, talking a little bit about the application process and the admission requirements, we are pretty laid back, all things considered. We function on rolling admission. So that means no hard set deadlines or due dates. We also don't have a priority commitment date. The application itself is very straightforward. One application online, doesn't require supporting materials, which means no essays, transcripts, or letters of recommendation. Turnaround time on our application is about 2 to 3 weeks, so we get you an answer pretty quickly. And as long as you have one of the 4 things listed on screen, so a 2.5 or better GPA, rank in the top half of your class, 22 on the ACT, or an 1120 on the SAT, we can get you admitted to MSU without issue. And we did go test optional for the fall of 2021. So SAT and ACT scores are not required for admission. That also works its way into scholarship opportunities. Total cost right now for an out-of-state student, including everything, is about $38,000. That assumes they have no scholarships or financial aid. The good news is there are a lot of options to help bring that cost down. When we look at it, we have both merit and need-based programs. Those merit programs can cover up to full tuition, and in a lot of other cases, up to $16,000 a year. We made the decision for those merit programs to go test optional this year as well. So if you don't have ACT or SAT scores, that won't be held against you in any capacity. So know that we have that flexibility. Many of these programs are also stackable with things offered from your colleges or departments here at MSU, as well as outside scholarships you might earn separately from MSU. We do, of course, offer programs through FAFSA, the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. That is optional at MSU. It's not a requirement for you to fill out to get any sort of merit aid, but it is something we encourage students to take a look at. Timeline on these, if you go to montana.edu/scholarships at the bottom left, you can learn a little bit more about them. Some of these programs do require separate applications, so it's always in your best interest to look earlier rather than later. But because we function on rolling admission, many of these also have rolling deadlines. Final thoughts for you as we look at things going forward. We do have visit opportunities available for students. We know that these presentations can be really helpful, but nothing beats kind of getting your feet on the ground and checking us out. We are able to offer visits Monday through Friday. We need about 2 weeks of notice because we are limiting how many students we can have on campus currently, but we would love to have you, take you on a tour, show you around some of our different facilities. We also have Saturday visit programs available for students. So if you want to swing up for a weekend and check out Bozeman, it is a little bit farther away, but we can definitely help make that possible. So you can learn more about those visit opportunities at the top right there. I also have my contact info on screen, so my email address and our phone number. So if you have questions after this evening and you want to know a little bit more about us, feel free to reach out. We're always happy to help you out. But that's what I have on MSU. If you have any questions, feel free to drop those in chat. We're happy to help you out. But otherwise, have a great rest of your evening, and thanks for letting us borrow a little bit of your time.
Thank you everyone for joining us. When this window closes, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd really appreciate it if you filled that out and gave us some feedback. Also, this is just one of many sessions that are being hosted, so please sign up for any additional sessions. And then in about a week, you will be able to find this recording where you signed up for this presentation. So please head back over there, check out more sessions, and check out this recording in about a week. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful evening.